Okay, let's get this show on the road. Welcome everyone to the 46th episode of Flicks Fellas. We've officially hit 1 year of the show and we've been
Whee!
cruising.
Woo!
Today we are watching The Electrical Life of Louis Wain. Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot. Okay.
Any info on it?
Tell me about
I was like, let me pull
it.
it up.
Tell me. What about
This movie This movie is about an English artist named Louis Wain who raises to prominence at the end of the 19th century for his surreal cat paintings that seem to reflect his declining sanity. This movie is directed by Will Sharpe, written by Simon Stevenson and Will Sharpe, and starring Benedict Cumberbatch, Claire Foy, Andrea Riseborough, and Toby Jones. Let's get right into our first reactions on this one. Oh, and this is also an Amazon Prime original movie. James, hit us with your first reactions.
bold strategy, Joseph. So this movie, dead ass, almost made me cry in public, and that's what I have to say about this movie. I was like on a plane watching this movie, and I dead ass almost cried. And I was like, "Why are you doing this to me, Joe? Why did you do this?" But honestly, overall, you know, it was kind of weird. It wasn't terrible, but I don't think it was good. I think it was just kind of sad, you know. But that's how I feel about it. I don't know, Kevin.
Okay, that's good.
um, that was really great, James. Really good job. Stellar
You're
job.
welcome. I'm a professional.
I didn't say thank you, but
You're welcome.
I liked this movie. I might be the only one who actually liked it. I did. It was a tearjerker, but I liked. It was light. It wasn't any heavy topics. It was just sad.
I
at
disagree.
Times. I mean, they aren't
It's
that
almost
heavy. Like
exclusively heavy
schizophrenia.
topics.
No, it's not like it's not that like it's sad. It's just it's not. I wouldn't call it heavy. Like it's just sad. And
Are you
heavy
sure about
topics
that?
I would feel are like we'll talk about heavy topics later. Anyway, I thought it was like a light movie, like a cry movie. I thought the cinematography was really good. I thought the music was really good, and Joe is disagreeing with
Joey
me with
has
all this.
feelings.
And I thought the acting was really good. I thought everybody in it was really phenomenal. So I thought it was a good movie. It was a decent watch, and I'm glad we watched it.
I am shocked by Kevin right now. Like flabbergasted.
It was a little slow. It was a little slow. I'll give you
pacing
that.
I thought was really bad. I'll give you this. The acting I thought was really good. You know, it's Benedict Cumberbatch. He's a great actor. And Claire Foy, who stars in The Crown, so she's really good.
Made me cry.
I thought it was extremely bizarre. I don't think this guy's life was interesting enough to make a 2-hour movie on.
Yeah,
It was
too long.
I thought he didn't really. I mean, I've never heard of him before this. I picked this movie. I thought it was going to be much more like eclectic, much more like upbeat and rickety, and that he was going to kind of like, oh, I invented this today, and I invented this, and I brought this to the market, and I sold this, and the patent this. Like, it's just about this guy who's an artist who's responsible for his 6 sisters and his mother, and he's the sole income provider, and he makes cat paintings.
Yeah.
And I don't really get like his obsession with cats really came out of nowhere.
No,
and
it was very like, what are you talking about?
Come out of nowhere.
It's so clear why he's obsessed with cats. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know, no. I know why he's obsessed with cats, but it just like, they just find a cat one day in their yard and adopt it, and him and his wife love it, and then it becomes like...
What, do you want to see the whole internal struggle of him deciding whether or not he likes cats? That's all you need is a quick 5-minute scene of him finding a cat in the rain.
No. But it seems like...
cat.
I'm muting James.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a thought out here.
He's too drunk to know how to
figure out
himself. Yeah.
My point is, his character I thought they were building him up to be this like type of person who like becomes obsessive with everything. James is dying right now. He can't figure out how to unmute himself.
I'm cracking
So
up. Okay, sorry.
it just seemed random to me because it seemed like if he's going to be that quickly obsessed with a cat, why doesn't he quickly become obsessed with like other weird parts of society and things? I don't know. I thought it was really bizarre. The cinematography I thought wasn't that great. I didn't like the 4:3 ratio
Yeah, that was weird. The
filming,
resolution was so
and
weird.
yeah, it's very disorienting when you're used to the 16:9 like rectangle format. Um, but look, I do think that this had a good artistic aspect to it. Like this is a true artsy film. This is not like a mainstream movie. It's not a mainstream movie that's trying to be artsy. Like this is an artsy film, so it does that well, and I think it tried to do that. But let's. Any other comments before we give our decisions?
I have so many comments.
Did we unmute
But
James? Oh, we did.
I have been silenced.
About the movie, James. About the movie, James.
I've got a couple comments about that too.
None.
Honestly, like I do think that like there was a lot of thought that went into the story, and like they did like it is a true story. At least they told us that at the beginning of the movie. And I definitely think it's supposed to be kind of like a weird structured chaos, and I think they accomplished that. But I don't think it was a good movie. If that's like, you know what I mean? I don't think it's a bad story, but I don't think it's a good movie.
I thought it was
In a
movie.
weird parallax.
Parallelogram?
Parallax. That's what I'm looking for.
No,
I felt
it's
like
not parallax.
It's not parallax, but that's the word I wanted.
Paradox?
I think that's a
So,
word.
Paradox,
I
brother?
felt like I had ADHD.
Excuse me, are you the
paradox?
drunk one?
I don't know.
Are you the-
He's not.
Mute
His
James.
face isn't stuffed in his webcam screaming right now.
Muted. I felt like I had ADHD watching this movie, and I also fell asleep for like 10 minutes. And I was like, oh shit, like I just fell asleep. I need to rewind because I just it kept losing me, and it wasn't exciting. And then when I was watching it, just felt like so much was happening. I'm gonna unmute James before he yells. But Kev, if you would like to say anything, this is your time.
Oh yeah, before you unmute him, I did genuinely think it was a good movie. I do disagree on a lot of your points. I think the only thing I agree on is that it was a little too long and the pacing wasn't that great. So I think they could have cut a lot out. But all in all, I thought it was a light, like kind of, I need to cry, so let me watch this movie with a cute story, and it ended up okay. So I enjoyed it a lot. You can unmute the town drunk so he can get his words in here.
Disrespectful.
James, welcome back.
Disrespectful. How dare you? I am a quality member of this podcast, and I will not be silenced.
Okay, buddy, what do you have to say?
Okay, so give us your final vote.
I tried to do that, but then you
Or your first
silenced
vote.
me. Fine, I will pass.
Are you pressing play or keeping scroll?
Keeping scrolling.
Scrolling?
Keep the scroll.
I'm pressing play.
I am going to keep scrolling. I think it's too niche of a market to.
I disagree with Joey, but also agree with Joey.
There you have it. There's our first reactions on the electrical life of Louis Wain. If you're interested in watching the movie, it is on Prime Video. If you want to watch before we get into the spoiler section of the show, please go do that. If you want to subscribe so that you know when the next part comes out, please do that as well. Or if you just want to keep listening, let's call it there before James just